me from both Guitarist Neurosciences and the MJH. I would love to bring up Dr. Umesh to extend a welcome note to all of you.
Morning. A warm welcome to all the media people, our President Sir, Secretary Sir, Para Sir, our Senior Consultant Dr. Shan Srinivas, and definitely yes, the guitarist Mr. Joseph, most welcome. Our hospital, now I think we are completing our milestone in the coming year, 50 years. Our existence is there in the main city of the Bangalore. We are spread across around 4 acres of land with a 400 plus bed of hospital. We have one more hospital located in Girinagar also. We have given entire one floor, I can dedicate a floor to the neurosurgery department, which they are doing a niche work, which is coming out with the, I think the book itself says hope. I think people are getting that hope, and we are getting across the country. People are coming here. I think now it has gone into across the world. I think people are here come from US. We are seeing patients are coming to attend those dystonia, spasticity. I think those are the things which are definitely getting a result. This is a message to the public saying that our Jain hospital is supported by the entire Marwari family, supported with a ethical practice and not money oriented thing, and they are definitely supporting the whole community here, and not particular to one community. They are giving it to entire region of our nation. I think this is a platform. I think we need to utilize this one, and this should be taken further about our neurosurgery and those things. Definitely, Dr. Sharan will explain to you on about what the clinical part. Thank you and warm welcome to everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Umesh. I was told some time back there is this one magician who creates magical results. And I can say yes, people were right when they called him a magician, because I am a personal witness to all the results that I have seen with this man performing his surgeries. So we will have a small presentation from Dr. Sharan. So can I request all the dignitaries to come down to watch the magic show? Thank you so much.
You like the offer? Connect ಆಗಿದೆ. Can they see you there? ಇದು ಆನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾ ಬರೋದಾ? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning to everybody. On behalf of Bhagwan Mahavir Hospital Department of Neurosurgery, I am very happy to share one more story of Guitarist Dystonia that we have done. So it's like the topic is from USA with love. So this is called task-specific focal hand dystonia. It's a very peculiar disease. patient has cramping while playing the guitar in this particular situation. This cramp comes only when he plays the guitar. He is not paralyzed, he has no brain problem, MRI scans are normal, CT scan is normal, blood test is normal. This can also happen with other tasks. So it can happen to other musicians like flutists, violinists. I just operated a doctor who has writer's cramp while writing. That's much more common. So that's what's happening. So task-specific focal hand dystonia (TSFHD) is a neurological condition due to involuntary contraction of the muscles of the hand because of abnormal posturing. I'll show you videos of that. Very common is, like I said, writer's cramp, guitar cramp, golfer's cramp also. It's 30 per every lakh population has this problem. Too much they're struggling. This the duty doctor, the doctor on top could not even sign his own name. So we burn a circuit in the brain. So the problem is in the brain. You see the symptoms in the hand. Orthopedics problem in the hand, symptom in the hand. It's like the bulb light not coming on. For us, it's from Sharavati, anywhere along the way, we don't know where the circuit is not working. That is the science of understanding what is going on. So this man is a 67-year-old guitarist from Los Angeles. Since 2004, he started developing this, discomfort in the fourth and fifth finger in left hand, only while playing the guitar. It progressively worsened so much that he could not even play any further. He had reached out to me in 2017 when Abhishek, our first guitarist story had happened. At that time, he was wondering why USA is not doing this surgery, only India is doing this surgery, so he thought it was too risky to come. Now it got so bad, he had no choice. Even has problem putting soap on his hand. Even if he does that, he has a problem in doing that during having baths. So like I said, all tests are normal. And that's when, and he called me in June 2024 when we were on holiday in Hawaii. That's when he called me and said, "Doc, where are you?" I said, "I'm in your country." And that's when we connected and then we started talking again, and here he is. So he's telling his own story. I'm playing a small video.
Yes, okay. So when I'm not holding the instrument in my hand, I can play air guitar perfectly well. So if I'm playing, like pretend to play a scale, I know exactly where my fingers are going, and I can visualize the whole thing, and my fingers will move totally normal. I play a lot of lead guitar, so I'll do this or whatever I'm playing. As long as the instrument is not there, it can move very smoothly, absolutely normal.
Can you imagine? Without the guitar in the hand, he can pretend to play the guitar. The moment instrument comes in, he's in trouble. Such a strange problem. He is able to tighten. All other tasks he's able to do normally. No problem at all. We go to the guitar.
The style of playing is usually lead guitar, which is single notes. Playing chords, for example, this is C. But I can play an easier version of C like this, doing it this way. So, nobody knows the difference, it's the same sound. So I just play whatever is easier on my fingers. But if I'm playing lead guitar, if I go, see.
Look at his face. Struggling.
Now it's completely stuck. I try to play a scale, right? Let's see what happens.
For somebody who's playing guitar for 40 years, he looks like a beginner trying to move those fingers. I'll show you next. Look at how he compensates. He folds his two fingers like this, fourth and fifth fingers, so that he doesn't misbehave. See that? You can see him crossing his fingers. Fourth and fifth fingers of his left hand.
So I'm only using two fingers, which work.
And plays only with three fingers.
I will do that way, and I will usually wrap the ring, because the ring finger is the one that always comes. So I'll wrap it around my pinky, and then
All this drama he was doing.
then
just
sometimes
to
it'll slip off.
minimize.
I've even tried using the rubber band around it to keep it together, but I need to use the other finger at times.
And then
These two fingers are up on the lower strings here.
Right.
These two fingers start pulling down on the strings because I almost cannot control it. So I'm now making a conscious effort of not pulling the strings down. But once I start changing, little by little, these two fingers start to tense up more and more, and then
next, if you see him, see the
Now-
fingers are stuck.
this one is like really, though it looks normal, I am struggling.
The finger is stuck.
So if I go, I'm struggling with these two things like
Next you see, when you play complicated things, you see the two fingers. The sound is also less.
okay.
It looks like somebody who doesn't understand. So
Shape of my arm. As if I try to play that.
somebody was playing so much
This
electric
finger has
guitar,
to
you
be
have
up.
to just not able to do
It
it.
just keeps coming down.
You see here, you see the mark on the left hand side of the guitar because of pressing on the same guitar, it has left a mark on his guitar. That's how much pressure on a wood piece. That's how bad it is. On the other side, you can see those two fingers are stuck. So this is how it is, but nobody understands this problem, only the patient and the doctor who understands this is going on. Now this is him in the operation table. We have a location in the brain. For him, I had to go 10 centimeters inside his brain, not millimeters, centimeters, which I cannot see. Completely assisted with technology. If the technology doesn't assist me, I have no clue where I'm going. So that's how powerful the equipment that the Bhagwan Mahavijay Hospital Trust has got for us. And thanks to that, we're able to localize it, plan it correctly, and target it. And that is the key. So we fix a special frame to his head. You see the frame fixed to his head, 2 screws in the front, 2 screws at the back, under local anesthesia. Yet patient has, and there is no general anesthesia. Patient is completely awake like he is now, and he will tell you what his experience was as he went to, I call it vocal anesthesia, not local anesthesia. I keep talking to him so that patient is comfortable because it's a very stressful surgery. And then I make a 14 millimeter hole in the skull and then go in. What is amazing is brain has no pain. I always tell, the human body is designed for surgeons. It's not it's more important what I do is how God has created. Deva Shrishti is most important. To find this circuit and burn it is the easiest thing to do. As you can see, he's playing the guitar when I'm doing that surgery. This is a burns, this is a post-op MRI. You can see those white balls there. That is the area of the brain I have burnt. It's called the ventralis oralis nucleus of the thalamus, or VO. 10 centimeters inside his brain, deep inside his brain. And as I am burning the circuit one by one, I had to burn it 8 times. Every burn is for 70 degrees centigrade and for 40 seconds. So you have to keep saying 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm burning it to make sure there's no paralysis that's happening. So the normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. Any temperature above 55 degrees centigrade, if I burn the wrong circuit, it is paralysis for life. So I have to be extremely careful to make sure I get the right circuit and I don't catch the wrong circuit. Both are equally important for me at the end of the day. That's where the patient feedback becomes very important. The patient saying, I'm having zoom, some problem, I stop. Because instant feedback. The moment we get the feedback, we know we are on the wrong side and I can change my trajectory, I can change my strategy and make sure that I get the right spot. That's what happens, and it's perfectly on locations. You see the plus mark, that's what I targeted and that's what I hit. That's the post-op MRI seeing what's going on. And I just show you the other guitar surgeries just to say this is the first Guitarist story. Abhishek had 3 fingers.
I cannot bring it on the front board. I can't.
2017 July.
I'm so stiff. I cannot move at all.
See, it's not
Can you see?
moving.
I'm trying, but I
Sounds
cannot.
like some black magic. He's very happy. Though I fixed the frame into his skull, he's still smiling because he's hoping to get better. And this is him. As I burned the circuit, his things got better. This is the video that went viral all over the world. And this was a video captured by the patient's wife. It was not captured by me. He came in and captured this video. Happened. And that's what happened. And then he had difficulty typing also. You see, he now also have a typist dystonia. Typing going on and checkable, typing is fine. Every problem they have, I have to verify on table. Very important. Lot of patience is required. This is him. Again, like I said, the burn 9 centimeters inside his brain in this situation, which is different from 10 centimeters. And this is him. Look at the way his fingers are moving now. 7 years since I played the guitar, with the surgery, he's still doing fine. Seeing him, the next guitarist came from Bangladesh, from Dhaka. He had multiple dystonia. He was a professional guitarist like Joe. So you see him, like Ashtavakra, look at his finger. It's not even listening, clumsy. Very bad. And this guy, he's not able to right side video. He can't do that C with his left hand. And then, you see him, he's not able to text on the phone. Right hand is able to text. Left hand, you see, he can't even hold the phone. Look at the thumb. He had all 5 fingers of his hand. He had 2, Abhishek had 3, the Taskin had all 5 fingers. You see, he could not remove chiller from his pocket. Look at him on the right side video, he can't flip a coin. No paralysis. But right side, you see, he's able to flip. You see that? It's amazing. All scams normal. And then, this is on the table. Abhishek Yamati, as your right texting, playing guitar, flipping the coin. That's what he did. Please try. And then the 2, this is the same burn I was showing you. This is the computer calculation that we get here at our hospital. And then you can see that's the burn there, similar to what I showed you just now. The 2 guitarists giving a jugal bandi. This is immediately after Taskin surgery. And then 2 months after this surgery, Taskin is a very avid mountaineer climber. He climbed a 7,000 meter Himalayan mountain 2 months after surgery. That means that's how safe this surgery is. 7,000 meter Himalayan mountain, that is him climbing he called me and said, Doc, I want to go mountaineering. I said, are you crazy? It's just 2 months after brain surgery. He said, I feel fine. I said, up to you. And this is what he has done. Just to show you how, when you do it accurately, how safe it is. And this is him after 9 months playing the guitar. Look at his fingers. Same fingers first day, and you can see how he's moving. 9 months of practice. That's what you will get. So, last video. You see now? How quickly he's moving the fingers. It's not the speed, it's not the accuracy, it's not everything going on. That's all from me. Thank you very much. So we'll have questions. I want to invite Joe on stage. So Joe, why don't you come on stage and share your personal experience with us, please? So as Joe comes on stage, I want to tell all of you, these surgeries, I don't think anybody else in India is doing what Bhagwan Mahavijay Hospital is doing right now here. That's why people are coming to us. So through your medium, I'm hoping that we reach out to more and more people so they can find, and these surgeries are very affordable. It's not very expensive. Other than that, if people you can help us reach out to more people and they can come, we can really help at our hospital to get this message across and help people back in their lives. Over to Joe for the further needful.
So we will have both of them there. I'm sure you have some questions. They will answer your questions. Then if you want a performance from Joe, he's ready to do that live for you.
All right. Can you hear me okay? Okay. You saw the videotape of Abhishek playing the first patient that Dr. worked on. Well, it was so weird when I was living in Los Angeles. A friend of mine I used to play with in Bahrain, he was a keyboard player. And he sent me the video of Abhishek and he said, hey, maybe this doctor can fix you. And this was about...
Sorry. That's a lot of his system. Do that also.
Okay. Right. So, Frankie he's the keyboard player. He was the guy that sent me the video. And he said, hey, this doctor can fix you. And I said, wow, looks pretty interesting. And the very next day, the pastor from the church where I used to work, he sent me the same video clip and he said, hey, I think this doctor can fix you. You should go and see him. And I looked, I was like, it's the same video. That was crazy.
But it took a few years, and finally I got in touch with Dr. Sharan. And he said, yeah, Joe, but I cannot perform the surgery in the US. You have to come to Bangalore. So here I am right now. My experience, you watched my video how my fingers were moving. Now I'm under, it's very important, I'm under rehab right now. So it's not 100% the way I'd like it to move, but I've got to go through the rehab process nice and slow, nice and slow, because I like to do it really fast. And I'm like, no, it's not going to work. So I'm just kind of being extra careful right now. And the actual surgery process, I mean, there's a little bit of, it's under anesthetic, so you don't really feel the pain, but you can feel a little bit of like something, like when you're drilling in front, you can feel there's a screw going inside your skull, you're going like, whoa, what's going on? When Dr. Sharan was, cutting my skull on top over here, I told him, I said, Dr. Saad, I can smell like barbecue, something is going on here. Because my head is, the skull is meat is being cut, right? But there was no pain, I'm not going like, ow, 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 that hurts. No, it was totally normal. And then, of course, he kept saying, take the guitar. And I took the guitar. And he said, okay, play, see how it feels. And I said, oh, this feels good. And then he would do whatever is needed to be done. And so he's truly what they say, jadoo for magicians, that's what he does. And right now, the fingers feel good, but they're not 100%. But like I said, it's important to know that I am under rehab right now. So it's going to take some time. It's totally fine. And the other issue I used to have was whenever, I finish my workout, I'm taking a shower, and I would take a bar of soap and I would put it, say I'm rubbing it on my right arm. What used to happen was these two fingers would just curl inside because it feels like a guitar neck, So it used to just literally curl inside. So I would literally put the soap down, I would keep my palm straight and rub my hand like that on this side of my body. That's how I would keep my hand. Now it's totally gone. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I've been taking a shower. It's almost a month now. I promise you, I've been taking a shower every day. So yeah, so pretty much it's totally normal. On the guitar side of things, playing lead guitar is a little challenging right now. I've got some recordings of me playing lead guitar when my fingers were normal, and I could play really fast. And as a joke, I would say I used to play. There's a tune called "Flight of the Bumblebee." I say now I play "Flight of the Fumblebee" because I'm fumbling all over, But pretty much, it's really amazing what Dr. Sharan has done. And after watching the video of Abhishek, and I got in touch with him. I asked him, hey man, what, blah, blah, blah. And he said, this is Dr. Sharan's number. And he gave me the phone number. I got in touch with him on WhatsApp. And he was totally polite. Makes you feel absolutely comfortable. And every time he's doing the surgery, he'll tell you beforehand what he's going to do, what you can expect. So there are a couple of points you might feel a little bit of discomfort in the beginning when they're putting on the frame. You've got like two little pins that are going inside your ear. If I take my pinky and stick it in your ear, you're not going to be very happy with me, You're probably going to smack me. I'm not going to smack Dr. Sharan, that's for sure. He told me in advance. It'll be a little uncomfortable. It was totally fine, it wasn't crazy. So you just want to make sure that the frame that is going on the head is going to be in the same place and it's not going to be moving anywhere. So everything was totally not fine, and he gave me a heads up before he was doing anything. So that was an absolute peaceful thing in my heart, and so I felt totally comfortable. So all I can say is, like, right now I'm glad where it is right now, and I'm just looking forward to getting better as I do my rehab every single day, practicing. That's about it. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask.
Anybody has any questions?
We'll ask later. We'll do one more.
Okay.
I want to say a few things. So I trained on the surgery from Tokyo Women's Medical University in Japan. And everybody is saying I am the magician. I am the junior magician. The senior magician is my guru from Japan, Professor Takumi Taira. So he is really the world's best for this surgery. You can Google him, you can find out. He's really a magician. He's the one who taught me, helped me to do the first surgery here. So he is an amazing person. So burning circuits in the brain is something that he has mastered. These are very low-cost surgeries. Through your medium, we want to reach out to all the patients with Dystonia, Dystonia, tremors, Parkinson's disease. If any of you have this problem, Bhagan Mavi Jain Hospital, Vasanagar, is the it's in Bangalore. Any other questions, I'll be free to answer. Thank you very much.
I think it's explained why do you have this inclined body problem.
So, like any other surgery, if you look at orthopedic, the moment you have a tennis elbow, they have a strap. If you see all the cricketers, Mohammad Shami and surgery, they come to NCA in Bangalore for sports rehab. So rehabilitation is very, very important to retrain the muscle. See, I've only burnt the circuit to prevent the circuit from misbehave. Now he's been doing abnormally for last 20 years. That memory is erased from his brain. So we need to recreate new memory back in his brain and build it up to his muscles so that he does it different. We have a statement in Kannada which says, Nai bala dongu. You pull the tail of the dog down, it goes back up. Because that's the inherent memory of that muscle and the thing of the tail. It's similar to that. When you are doing a habit in a particular way like writing or texting, your hand automatically goes to that position. So we need to rewrite the circuits in the brain, and that can only be done by rehabilitation. So surgery is one part of it, rehabilitation is the other part of it. That's why we at PRS Neurosciences do this very well. We have trained occupational therapists who are, hand trained by me to retrain such patients and rewrite those circuits in his brain. The maps in the brain is what we call. So I always tell my patients, 4 days surgery, Joe, 1 month of rehab minimum. If you and then keep on practicing before you get back to what you get back. It's called the Maggie noodles. That happens only in movies. That bandage and fighting, all this is the process. But his dystonia has gone completely. Correct? It's just that he has to get back the skilling. The skilling is the work that he keeps working on, and that's how it is. Is that okay? So occupational therapists have to do, physiotherapists have no idea about rehabilitation of the skilling part of it. Please remember this. So, they are into sports rehab, and this has to be done with occupational therapists trained in focal hand dystonia.
Fourth floor ke bani sir. Aache balcony sir.
So we are now open to specific questions. If no other general questions.
We have a question on our Instagram live. How was the patient's experience during the surgery?
That is patient.
Absolutely no pain as such, it's under local anesthetic, so I'm wide awake just like I'm right now. And so there was absolutely no pain as such. Maybe a little bit of discomfort at times, but no pain where you're going to be screaming or anything like that.
What was your experience when I told you about the surgery? What did you go through, and what was the eventual?
I think if I had watched this video before the surgery, I said, hey, bhai, idhar mat aao. But it was totally fine. I'm glad that I didn't watch the video. And like I said, he'll make you feel comfortable because he tells you exactly what he's going to do before anything is done to you. So you're ready for it, and there is no pain at all because it's under local anesthetic. You're going to be wide awake. You can see everybody in front of you, and they're talking to you. You can understand, and you can answer back. It's totally normal.
So like he said, I only say what has to be said at that time. I don't say anything more. So only before I put the thing, I said this is what is going to happen. So that I don't want them to be worrying about this, what is going to happen, will it pain, will it do this, because that's important. There's a statement which says, it's important not to say what is not important to say at that time. So that's what is very important, especially when you're doing local anesthesia surgeries, because the patient should not get anxious, should not get panicky. Then what happens is the whole feedback gets screwed up, and I'm banking 100% on his feedback. If his feedback is not go the way it has to go, so keeping the patient calm is a very important responsibility of the surgeon and the surgical team, and that's what we have mastered over time of doing this for many years. It's been 9 years now since we are doing this, and I think at Bhagan Mavi we have a mastery of doing this. We have a fantastic team. You don't even worry about it. You come over care of it. We do other surgeries like deep brain stimulation surgery for Parkinson's disease, placing a pacemaker in the brain. We also do intrathecal backflow and pumps for people with spasticity. We do both. We do spinal cord stimulators. Don't think this is the only surgery we do. The stereotactic and functional neurosurgery department in Bhagan Mavi Jain Hospital is probably one of the best in the country today. Don't worry about it.
So how much time the surgery took? What was the major challenge, one of the challenges during the surgery?
So the actual time of surgery is about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. But from the time of fixing the frame to doing the MRI to planning which target I have to burn, finishing the surgery, doing the MRI again and taking out the frame is 7 hours. And that's all a part of the surgery because every step is important for me to get the right result. The major challenge at surgery is to make sure I hit the right target. That's how your hand and my hand is different. Every area, everybody's brain is different. Like I said, Abhishek was less than 9 centimeters inside, he is 10 centimeters inside. This is 1 inch difference between nose and mouth. But you understand, 1 millimeter in that area of the brain is like 1 kilometer. He find even 1 millimeter lesser than where I should be, his hand will start going like this, he will have difficulty in speaking, very, very risky. Which is why getting the feedback from him was very, very important. And as I hit the first target, he said, "Your fingers are feeling jum jum." If you remember that, you said that. That's the moment when I hit that, I knew I was on target. So that feedback from the patient and keeping him calm is the biggest challenge. Obviously, the technical things of making sure the machine works and all is there. But otherwise, getting the feedback, interpreting it, and like I repeated, once I burn beyond 55 degrees, the burn is permanent. Nobody can change it, and that's why being at the right spot is very critical.
Mr. D'Souza, why didn't you find a doctor in the US?
I've been to several people. I started with acupuncture, thinking that might work. I'll take that back. It was actually a chiropractor I went to first. And he said, "Oh, I'll fix you. And in the States, when it comes to medical, their bills are really super high, especially, and some things the medical insurance company won't pay for it." So I went to a chiropractor, he was trying to snap my bones, nothing was happening, and I said, "No, it's not working." Then I went to acupuncture, that wasn't working. Then there was a hand specialist, he kept pulling my fingers and pushing it, and I thought he was going to pull my fingers out, Fortunately he didn't, and nothing happened. I couldn't find anyone, and finally, I had gone to UCLA Medical Center in Torrance, in Los Angeles. And that was the place where there was an Asian doctor. He said, "What's going on?" And I told him, I said, "Guitar, blah, blah, blah." I taken my guitar with me. And he said, "You have what they call a condition called focal dystonia, or musician's dystonia." And he said, "When your fingers are uncontrollable." I was like, "Oh, okay." So the internet had come in, and we've had, a computer in my apartment, of course. And so I was searching online, and the first person I found was a pianist. He's a classical pianist named Dr. Leon Flesher. He passed away several years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But this guy used to have it in his right hand, same thing. And what worked for him was Botox. Every 3 months, he would take a Botox injection on his forearm, and that would allow him to play the piano. But it got to a point where he couldn't play, so he started writing classical music for left hand only, because his right hand wasn't really working. But that's when I found out, okay, so this is called focal dystonia. And I started searching around. That's when one of my friends, a keyboard player, he somehow found it on YouTube, Dr. Sharan working on Abhishek. And he said, "Hey Joe, you got to contact this." So I sent a message to Abhishek because I typed his name in the search box in YouTube, and he had his own webpage. And so I sent him a message, and about 3 hours later, he sent me Dr. Sharan's name, phone number, and fortunately he was on WhatsApp. So I sent him a message, and that's how I found it was focal dystonia. Because everything, in fact, there were a couple of clips of Dr. Sharan on YouTube where he's describing this. I want to say this very quickly. When it first started happening to me, I like to weight training. So these fingers, they would curl inwards. I can't control it. So, when I'm going to lift the weights, when I'm going towards the bar is about 1 foot away from me. And as I'm putting my hand to lift the bar, my fingers would actually curl in even before I could touch the bar. It was that bad. I could not control it at all. And then finally, I would make a conscious effort, and slowly, I managed to actually lift it. So now it's totally normal. I weight train now, and it's completely normal. Even if I was sitting in a car sometimes, I wouldn't even recognize, but suddenly I would look at my hand, and my hand was literally like this, in my lap.
Yeah, my second question is, what is the issue primarily? Was it only insurance, was it the cost of the operation, or was it the doctor not available there?
No,
to
nobody could figure out what the thing is, what the condition was called. And it's not a disease, it's just a medical condition. It's not a disease where I can say, oh, careful, don't come close to me, you might get this. It's not like that, right? So the doctors, they are just taking a shot. Oh, you know what? Someone recommended prolotherapy. Prolo, and therapy. Prolotherapy. Prolotherapy is only for people who have pain. I said, doctor, this is what I mean by doctors that just want to take your money, right? I said, doctor, I don't have any pain in my fingers. I can do everything normal. I'm training weights, everything. I don't go, when I'm playing the guitar, I'm not going, no, nothing. There's no noise, no sound, nothing. I'm just playing, but I'm struggling to play. So he said, well, you know, you should take, I said, why would I take these injections? I don't have any pain in my fingers. So this is what I mean by no one could really diagnose this, like, was not accurate. Nobody knew what it was. It was only when I saw Dr. Sharan's video, where the surgery was being performed, I said, what Abhishek was saying, that's exactly what I have. I cannot control the fingers. I can pick anything up with these two fingers totally fine. I can work on anything using this hand totally fine. But once you put the guitar, if you watched the video earlier, you know, when I'm playing air guitar, right? Everything is moving just totally normal. Like even now, totally normal. Once the guitar comes in my hand, it's like a magnet. It sticks on the strings and I cannot release it. And music is all about timing. You got to play a certain note at a certain time. So I couldn't do that at all. Yeah, now it's been.
They didn't offer this surgery there?
No, nobody does. No one will come close to your brain in the US. And if they do, it will probably be, I would say, close to $100,000. And insurance companies, they want to make as much as they can, you know, so they will charge you. I was like, you know, doctors are, it's going to be $100,000, just cut my hand off and, you know, good night, goodbye. But this is actually, it's very affordable. I did have to work a little bit extra to, you know, save enough money because I've got to live in Bangalore. I've got to be here for rehab. I'm living in a hotel. So I've got to, you know, have the extra money. I don't want to suddenly get what? So Dr. Sharan, you know, when you talk to him, you tell him what's going on, and he'll tell you the cost and everything approximately. And what he had told me on the phone, without actually seeing me face to face, is exactly what he charged me when I came. He didn't say, oh, by the way, no, I'm going to charge you so much extra. He was a man of his word, and he said, okay, so what I told you, that sounds about right. And so I went, I feel totally comfortable. You know, even Dr. Ramesh was saying earlier, it's not about the money, it's about you. So I feel pretty much, you know, at ease. It's not about being greedy. You know, like over here, I noticed something in Bangalore. You sit in the rickshaw and they tell you so much money, and then on the way, oh, it's going to cost you 50 rupees more. I said, right, you said 100 rupees, 150, you know. So I'm glad Dr. Sharan was not like that. So.
You're the first patient to compare neurosurgery.
Along the same lines, we have another question. Do you think this was cost effective compared to US?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, look, I lived in Los Angeles for 25 years, and the time that I found out was Dystonia, I was on YouTube all the time, and I met a lot of people who were suffering from this condition. And many of them would say, you know, like, Joe, try this, try that. So I tried many things. None of them were working. Like, try lighter gauge strings. I tried it wasn't working. Try this, that, and everything I tried, it just wasn't working. So yes, for the money that doctor, like I said, you know, each patient could be different price. Contact Dr. Sharan. You have the information on the YouTube page. Contact Dr. Sharan. Tell him what the issue is, and I can say it in all honesty, that he is not going to cheat you. It's not like the US. He's going to tell you the accurate price, and he'll stick with it, what he's telling you. So absolutely cost effective, yes.
Shan, so the next question is, how do we reach for this surgery? How do we reach you? Reach out to you, yes.
So we have our contact number, which is 9343773573. I repeat, 9343773573. This is my appointment desk. You can reach out to them, they'll fix an appointment, and then we also do online consultation, so you can send the video in advance, and then I can do an online video consult. And once we agree with what's going on, we can take it over from there. We'll be more than happy to help you. We want every patient who is suffering to get back to their lives. That's the commitment we have at Bhagan Market Hospital. We are a sciences.
Yeah, I just want to say, if any patients, if you're in India, you live in India. Look, I live in USA. It's quite a distance to travel over here. If you live in the US, there's so many ways you can fly to Bangalore. It's not like it's going to cost you thousands or millions of dollars or rupees, right? So I would recommend, for your personal calmness, for you to feel at ease in your heart, I would recommend fix an appointment and come out to Bangalore. Don't let things stop you, because this is really life-changing, the frustration I felt. And just so if some of you are listening online or something, I've had some people, they actually become suicidal. They literally, because music is their life, they become suicidal. So they literally want to kill themselves. You think like, seriously? No, there's a solution to this right now. And I know one guitarist, I can't get his second name, his first name is Billy. He's up on YouTube, he's got blonde hair. He plays acoustic guitar. He used to play this way, and he had problems with left-hand fingers. He literally taught himself how to play in the opposite hand, so left-handed. So he's playing the chords with it. It took a little while, because the brain gets confused, it's switched onto this hand. And he was totally fine. But I think Dr. Shivan said that same thing.
It can happen on the opposite side. I know a guitarist who had it on the left side, turned to the right side. After many years, he got the same cramp on the right side also. So I'm not saying it will happen to every guy, but it can happen to people.
So someone on the live says, well, thank God Dr. Sharan didn't move to the US to make more money.
Yeah, I'm born, brought up, and love it. Namo Bengaluru, so I will not leave this place and go anywhere. I want to answer the question in a more positive note. See, both me and my wife are MBBS from Bangalore Medical College, which is the premier government hospital. We may say that we are merit students and all those things, but the truth is, we got an MBBS degree for 5,000 rupees, each. So to get MBBS degree for 5,000 rupees, you can imagine, public has funded our education. I got my neurosurgery degree for 75,000 rupees. So under 1 lakh, my education is done. So my question is, what can I give back to public, which is why I'm sitting in a charitable hospital called Bhagan Market Hospital. We want to do affordable work. So we reach out to everybody, apart from this, anybody who's got a stroke, head injury, brain tumor, spinal cord, any of those problems.